the Bible couldn't do it for me. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Like at the end of the day, they were not writing to me and for me. I want to go to the book of Baldwin because I believe God has something to say there for me. And it was really through my reading of James Baldwin. I read The Fire Next Time. And I'll never forget reading The Fire Next Time and reading the section that it was the line that it was intended that you would perish. And he goes on to say that what they do and what they make you endure is not a testament to your inferiority, but it is a testament to their inhumanity and their fear. It was intended that you perish, but you did not. And he tells his nephew, in the end, you come from somewhere. Yes, you come from a people. And you come and you need to know that. And you need to find out how to get back. Yes. And so for me, as I sat there wounded, lost, depressed, losing weight, struggling, like, I mean, worrying about what they're saying, worrying about what they're doing. Then at that moment, I had walked away from my job. I had quit my job because I thought they was going to bring me on staff. When I was in that moment of depression and struggle, it was Baldwin that let me know, Danté, life does not end in this moment. And for me, that's a sacred endeavor. You know, people talk about the Bible and talk about their love for the Bible, and they talk about the sacredness of the Bible. And one of the things that makes the Bible so sacred is not because it is a rule book. Right. People like to say basic instructions before leaving earth. But its power lies in the living testimony, a living story that one, if one is using the acronym, that it is boundless illustrations becoming lived experiences. It is illustrative. It is illustrations of lives, of people, of complexity, of humanity becoming lived experience. We take the illustrations of the past and we live out that reality in the present. So for me, the Bible couldn't do it for me. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Like it couldn't do it for me in that moment. When I went to Nehemiah, when I went to Jeremiah, when I went to Hosea, when I went to Paul and Peter and James and John, I love what they did, but at the end of the day, they were not writing to me and for me, but they had something to say about the reality that I was experiencing. And the sacredness of this story and the power of it is that it is stories that give us meaning and the power to understand that there is something beyond whatever people have done to me. Yeah. Yes. That I can keep on going, that there is a testimony that is transferred from generation to generation to tell of the goodness of the Lord and what God has done. And so when I went to Baldwin, and Baldwin is recounting now 100 years later, he's recounting a testimony to his nephew, a sacred story of the ways in which Black people have, as Sadia Hartman said, taken bare need and turned it into an arena of elaboration. And for me, that journey is even to this day continuing. Yes. I want to find out how Black people, in the way that we have experienced ourselves, in the way that we have experienced God, in the way that we have experienced the world, and what we have created, and what we have done, and what in the ways we have failed. Not telling a triumphal story, but telling a story that is a human story that understands that God is at work and we are as well. And so instead of not just going to the book of Nehemiah, I want to go to the book of Baldwin because I believe God has something to say there for me and for us.
There's so much in this.